What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy JAH-jERRY as usual. Welcome to United Public Square and welcome to yet another edition of Drive Talk. You know what time it is? It's prime time and we do have a game tomorrow against Luton Town. And I know a lot of United fans have not recovered yet from their debacle with VAR and all the misfortunes that comes along with it. We have to stay focused and get our headspace in the right direction. I know Luton Town is 17th on the league, but it's not going to be an easy game. I'm going to say it again, it's a must-win game tomorrow, and I know you lot are going to be asking how many times is JAH-jERRY going to say it's a must-win game, but that's the situation United find ourselves in right now. So it's a must-win game tomorrow. I'm just gonna say this outright, I'm still backing the manager. I hear a lot of calls for Ten Hag out. I'm like, this is still misplaced. Ten Hag needs to keep the job. Even if United drop to like 15th on the table, I'm not gonna be Ten Hag out. I know these players have done this many a time again. So it's not the right place to let this coach go. He is a very, very good coach and I'm backing him to turn this around. So Ten Hag in all day, every day. United is currently 8th on the table and Luton Town is 17th. There is no easy games in the Premier League. So we are going to take this very seriously as any game in the Prem. Ten Hag has been talking to the press, and as always, it's split in two sections. The first part, which is publicly released right after the press conference, and then the second part, which is embargoed, which is going to be released a couple of hours later. So yeah, let's get into the publicly released press conference that occurred a couple of hours ago. So in the presser, Ten Hag was asked about the 9 defeats he's already suffered this season and if that was acceptable. Ten Hag mentioned that no, this is not acceptable, and football is always about results and process. We need to get our processes right. We have to stay focused and get some results. That's what I think we need right now. We do not need any fanciful football. We need to get to the basics. Play quickly, switch play, be on the front foot, put in some energy. If you match the opponent's energy, I think we win every game that we play in. But most of the time, we've seen that our games, we lacked focus, we lacked the energy, and we lacked the morale. The players are not really fighting enough to win the game. And the players are getting demoralized as soon as a setback occurs, like, Rashford getting a red card, or we got a goal that was reversed by VAR and all that stuff. The players just recoil into their shells and then, revert to type. And then eventually we lose a game. If the players are going to retune their mentality, I think we win most games that we've lost so far. I really liked what I saw in the first half of the game against Copenhagen away in Denmark. Just before Rashford was shown a red card, I think we were really playing very well. We were on the front foot. We were switching players quickly. We are really in the opponent's third half of the game. But we got that red card and then players reverted to type. I really hope we play better, play with the same mentality as we did in the first half of the Copenhagen game against Luton, and then I see a results in that game. There was a follow-up question if Ten Hag trusted the current crop of players, and he said yes, he trusts these players. He's seen them do it before in the Fulham game, and then he also cited the Brentford game, which we had a fighting spirit. We came back and then held on until the end of the game, winning both games, right? So like I just mentioned before, if we get our mentality right and we get our headspace right, we win every game that we play. So the players need to bring it on the field, stay focused and stay in the game for the entire 100 minutes, because we know there's going to be injury time. If you lose focus, you cannot concede goals. So what we need to do is stay in the game and make sure that we are playing for the entire 110 minutes or for any amount of injury time allotted. We need to stay in the game. Ten Hag was also asked about Rashford's current form. He responded by saying that even Rashford himself is not happy about his current form. There's a lot of expectation on Rashford. The entire staff and coach management and everyone, even the fans, we are expecting a lot of Rashford, and I'm sure Rashford knows that, and I'm hoping really he comes good. I personally thought he was playing well in the Copenhagen game until he suffered that red card. So I'm really supporting and backing Rashford to turn it around as well. Ten Hag also got a question about his thoughts on Luton Town, and he said again, there is no easy games in the Prem. You have to be 100% focused. You have to play a very, very good game against each opponent in the Premier League, and that's my sentiments that I've also already mentioned earlier on. We need to stay focused, stay in the game for as long as it takes. No walkovers, no easy games. So please bring on the mentality and bring on the fighting spirit. That's the only way we win tomorrow. We do not underrate Luton Town. we need to play them like we are playing against a very, very good team. See how they played against Liverpool. Actually, I thought they played very, very well. I thought they should have won that game, but Luis Diaz did what Luis Diaz always does, right, and got them the equalizer. So we need to win this game, and we need to win it decisively. Ten Hag was also asked about the status of Jonny Evans and the extent of his injury. He responded by saying they are still analyzing and assessing the extent of the injury. They do not have a final conclusion yet. It's not conclusive, and they will know more later on. But as it stands, Jonny Evans is not in the squad for tomorrow's game, and he doesn't even know if Jonny Evans is going to make it to the international break call-ups. So yeah, it's really peak with our defenders. Like, look what Rafael Varane is doing in the game against Copenhagen. I don't think he starts if Jonny Evans is fit, right? But I don't really know exactly what is going on between Ten Hag and Varane. But if there is a player-coach fallout there, we don't really know the background story. But it looks like something is definitely not right between Varane and Ten Hag. So hopefully they get it sorted out, because we don't need too many of these player fallouts, player coach fallouts, and it's really impacting our team. I don't even want to bring Sancho up, but that's what it is right now. And the more players you fall out with, you're going to lose their dressing room pretty quickly. So I hope there's really nothing between Varane and Ten Hag as it has been speculated. There might be something there, but the two need to be professional. Like, Varane is a senior player, he's very experienced. Ten Hag is a good coach. I think they really need to tough it out and then get him back playing again. There was also a question about Mason Mount and what the reason was why Ten Hag bought him. I think the journalist was trying to get to the root cause of why he's not playing a lot of games, and Ten Hag mentioned that Mason Mount has been injured for quite a bit, right? And that injury that he suffered in the very beginning of their season was what has caused him out of the squad, and now he needs to fight for his place back, even though he's fully fit. Like, he cannot just walk into the squad, and so he needs to fight for his place, which I kind of agreed with Ten Hag. Some of my friends were asking why he didn't even start in the Copenhagen game, and I honestly felt like the starting lineup that Ten Hag went with was the right one for that game. So Mason Mount really needs to fight for his place, and I know that when he gets into the squad, he's going to do well. I honestly see him as a right wing right now, with all our instability and how Anthony is thinking up the plays. I think Mason Mount can do a better job on the right wing. So yeah, that was all the questions that came out for the first part of the press conference. Again, Luton Town is not going to be a walkover. We really need to bring it, and we need to smash them. My prediction for tomorrow, I think United wins comfortably, and I think it's going to be a 3-0. Rasmus Højlund is going to open his Premier League account. He's going to get 2 goals, I think, and Bruno is going to get our 3rd goal. That's my prediction for tomorrow. For the starting lineup, I'm going to keep the same team that started the Champions League away game. I think Rashford still gets to play because that competition is different. So that red card is not going to be transitioning over to the Premier League. So I'm going to start Rashford. And I'm keeping the same lineup that started against Copenhagen in the midweek. I'm wishing United the best of luck in tomorrow's game. I hope tomorrow's game is devoid of any VRA shenanigans. Wishing you all a safe and a blessed evening, and I'll see you on another one. Peace.